Yo, what gives, Shelly? Where are you right now? I need to talk to you. I just got home from work. I'm tired. I'm hungry. There's a problem, though. You didn't make me any dinner. Are you off somewhere screwing around with your friends or something? You'd better not be.
There you are, Rick. I was trying to get a hold of you. Didn't you see any of my texts? While I was walking downtown doing a bit of shopping this afternoon, I got hit by a car.
You what? Are you kidding me?
Trust me, Rick, I wish I was. I got hit pretty hard, so they had to call an ambulance for me. I'm at the hospital off Center Avenue right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw that text. The cops even called me. They were all like, excuse me, sir, but your wife was in a car accident. And I was like, yeah, I know. Why did you bother me while I'm at work to tell me what I already know? Such a waste of time. So yeah, what's a big deal? Why are you still at the hospital? There's no reason to keep you there for some stupid little car accident.
Excuse me?
So you bumped into a car or something. Boo-hoo, poor you. That's no excuse for you to be laying around in the hospital. Get back here right now. Your husband is hungry and wants to eat, and it's your job to feed him. So get back to work. Tell the doctors you want to go home and get back here pronto.
Are you out of your mind? I can't just go home like this. First of all, I did not bump into the car. The car ran into me while I was crossing the road. While the pedestrian light was green, may I add. They did x-rays on me, and they're telling me I have fractures in both of my legs. I was seriously hurt.
What?
There's no way I can leave the hospital right now. They still need to keep me for a while for observation. And even after that, I'm still going to be here for at least a few days until my legs look like they're on the mend.
So then who's gonna cook my dinner for me while you're relaxing on your backside in that hospital bed, huh? Can you tell me that? I need my shirts ironed too. I'm down to my last one and it's only Wednesday. I can't go to work with a wrinkly shirt on Friday. And the cooking and laundry are just the start of the things you need to do tonight. Who's gonna do it if you don't?
I mean, cooking and laundry, can't you just, do that yourself? It's not like I can do it while I'm laid up in this bed.
I don't believe you. When did you become such a lazy old maid? You're really gonna tell your husband who just got back from a long and hard day at the office to do chores? Get real!
Rick.
I don't give two flips if your legs are broken. Haven't you ever heard of a wheelchair? They gotta have some of those at the hospital. You can borrow one of theirs and wheel yourself back over here. So like I said, call the doctor and tell him you need to go home and take care of your husband.
You have got to be kidding me. I have 2 broken legs and you're still gonna tell me to come home and do the housework?
Just grit your teeth and walk it off. You've got work to do. I am your husband, and as your husband, I demand that you come home immediately and do as I say.
This is unreal. You haven't yet expressed a single ounce of concern for me, your wife, who was hit by a car this afternoon so hard that both of her legs are broken. But not just that, you're telling me to get a wheelchair and wheel myself home to do chores for you?
Is my concern gonna get my dinner cooked or my shirts ironed? No, you need to do that stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is not dying of starvation.
Come on, Rick, really?
Honestly, you deserve to get hit by that car for the way you've been acting lately. It's about time karma came back to bite you, you spoiled brat.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, it's the truth. You've been acting like a spoiled little brat, Shelly. You're always like, I need more money for groceries. You need to do more chores. Tell me, Shelly, who's the housewife in this family? Is it me? It's you! That's why you got hit by that car, because you don't know your place.
I'm a spoiled brat for asking you for money to buy food and to maybe, I don't know, wash a plate or two every once in a while? You know how bad inflation is these days. Money doesn't go as far as it used to anymore. $500 for a month just isn't enough. I'm not asking for much, just an extra 100 or so.
And who is it that earns that extra $100, Shelley? Huh? Is it you? Is it Bella? No, it's me. I'm the one who pays for everything around here. It's your job to make my money go as far as possible.
I'm already making it go as far as it possibly can, Rick. I can't make it go any further than this. It's just not possible.
Don't you dare talk back to me!
How about you try going shopping one of these days, huh? Do you think you can pay for a month's worth of food with just $500? I'd like to see you try. And as for chores, I am literally, physically incapable of doing that stuff right now. My legs are broken. I wanted you to help me with the chores in order to help you get more used to them in the event something like this were to happen.
You are the housewife. It's your job to make sure that no matter what happens, I don't have to do any chores. That includes making sure you don't get sick or injured. And now you go and get yourself hit by a car? You're so useless. A useless wife like you doesn't deserve any of my hard-earned money. You know what? You can pay for your hospital stay out of your own pocket. I'm not paying a dime.
What? How am I supposed to pay for this?
You had that savings account from back before we got married, right? Use that money. You're not getting one single solitary cent out of me.
But, Rick, I have barely any money left in that account.
That's it. I'm sick of this pointless conversation. I'm gonna go out and buy myself something to eat. You just focus on getting back home as soon as possible, got it? I'm not gonna let you slack off on your chores just because you got in some stupid car accident.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I didn't get your calls yesterday. I went straight to my job after my classes got finished. And then I went out drinking with the girls I work with after that. We had a blast. I just got home a bit ago. So, you, got in a car accident or something? That's crazy. Bella, you were out all night drinking and you never even looked at your phone once? Ugh. Well, we can talk about that later. Could you come by the hospital I'm staying in right now? I need you to bring me some clean clothes. And I'm going to be here for a while, so bring at least several days' worth, please. Huh? Sorry, Mom. No can do. Me and Dad are at the airport. Our flight is boarding soon. What? Airport? Can you maybe, ask a nurse to get you some clothes, I guess? Anyway, neither of us can do it, so you're gonna have to find someone else who can. Where on earth are you going, Bella? And wait, did you say you and Dad? You're going somewhere with Dad by plane? Yeah, I am super stoked. We're going on a trip to Hawaii together. This is the best day of my life, for real. Out all night drinking, then hop on a flight to Hawaii. How awesome is that? I am so stoked. You two are going to Hawaii? But why? You chose today of all days to suddenly decide to take a trip to Hawaii? Well, duh. With you laid up in the hospital, this was our only chance to go and have some fun without you. Plus, without you at home, who's gonna do all our cooking and cleaning? I'm not doing it. This is too much to handle. And, we were thinking about maybe hiring a maid. But what's the point in doing that? It would cost a bunch of money for someone to do what you do for free. Plus, I don't want some stranger looking at my underwear and stuff. Yuck. That's when Dad got the idea to go on vacation. We thought we could spend just a little bit more than that and actually be able to enjoy ourselves if we go on a trip, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna have a ton of fun with just the two of us. Oh, I am so happy for you. We won't have to cook. We can just go out to eat whenever we want. And we won't need to clean stuff. The staff at the hotel will take care of all that stuff. So, yeah, we're going to be over here while you're in the hospital. See you in a month or so. Aren't you forgetting one thing, Bella? Me. What am I going to do here without you two around to help out? I need you to bring me some clean clothes, do paperwork for me, take care of errands for me. There's a lot of stuff that I can't do on my own in my condition, Bella. I need you guys over here. That ain't my problem. It's not my fault you ran into a car. It's not my fault either. Yeah, it is. Seriously, Mom, how dumb do you have to be hit by a car like that? I mean, you do have eyes, don't you? It's not like cars are that hard to see. Just freaking look in front of you, you dummy. You can't talk to me like that. I am your mother. Oh, and one more thing. Do you know how long you're going to be in there? It's been a day already. Did you ask the doctor when you can go home? Well, from the sound of things, I'm going to be in here for about a month or so. After that, they'll look at how my legs are healing and make the determination of when they're going to discharge me. Awesome! That means I'm going to be able to spend almost my whole summer break in Hawaii. Yes! This is going to be the best vacation ever. Oh, thanks for getting hit by that car, Mom. You're the best. You're thanking me? Just what do you and your father think of me anyway? I am your mother. I've been badly injured. I'm in the hospital recovering. And the two of you are thinking only of yourselves, leaving me here to fend for myself and going on a luxury vacation? What do we think of you? I don't know. A free maid service? I mean, that's about all I ever need you to do, I guess. Wow. Oh, they're calling our ticket group to board the plane. Gotta go, Mom. Don't worry, we'll have enough fun for all three of us while we're here. We'll get you a nice souvenir. Do you want a t-shirt or something? I don't need anything from either of you. Go and enjoy yourselves. Do whatever you want. Just don't expect to see me again when you come back. Uh-oh, somebody's grumpy. Don't you have a button to push that pumps you full of painkillers? Smash that thing. You could use a chill pill right about now. After all I've done for you two. All the cooking and cleaning, the constant belittlement and insults. I have been nothing but the best mother I could be to you since the day you were born. And this is how you repay me? By seeing me as nothing but your maid? Well, I'm done. I don't need to spend one more day taking care of a family who will abandon me in my time of need. Really, Mom? You're such a buzzkill. I'm about to go on a super awesome vacation, and you're gonna go and get all on my case like that? Lame. I'm gonna put away my phone now. Talking to you is boring. Don't contact me again until you know you're getting out of the hospital. Got it? I'll do you one better. I'll never contact you again for as long as I live. I hope you enjoy your little vacation with your father, Bella. Goodbye. Answer the phone, Mom. What are you doing over there? What am I doing? Sitting in my hospital bed. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be having fun in Hawaii with your father? I can't have fun at a time like this. Things got super duper messed up over here. Dad got in a car accident, like a really, really bad one. What? He did? So, we were driving around the town in the car we rented, and I don't know, we drove by the beach, and there was this big group of girls playing volleyball, and, Dad was watching them, and then he ended up driving the car right into a massive telephone pole. My, isn't that terrible luck for the two of you? Must have ruined your fun. Well, are you hurt? I'm mostly fine. I just have some scrapes and bruises and stuff. But Dad's another story. He got taken to the emergency room in an ambulance. He hit his head really hard. He's still in a coma. Whoa, a coma? You need to get over here, right away. I have no idea what to do. We were supposed to be having fun on our vacation, and now this happened? I'm, so confused. What are we gonna do if Dad never wakes up? I can't handle this all on my own, Mom. I need you here with me. Did you just completely forget that I am also still in the hospital? You're gonna have to take care of everything by yourself, Bella. You said you were fine. You shouldn't have any trouble doing whatever needs to be done. No way! I really need your help! They won't accept our insurance over here. They said we're gonna have to pay the whole balance of the bill in cash. But I don't have that kind of money, and Dad's wallet got thrown out of the car into the water during the crash. We lost all of his cash, credit cards, ID, everything. Mom, please, I really, really need you here. Calm down, Bella. I'm sure you can work something out if you just talk to someone at the hospital. Oh, I know what we can do. You can get yourself transferred to the same hospital Dad is in. That way you'd be able to do everything for me, right? Are you serious? I'm super serious. Dad's still in a coma. And we can't transfer him to where you are until he wakes up, but your legs are still broken or whatever, right? Can't you get yourself transferred over here? It would be like a vacation for you, too. Oh my word, you are serious. You can't expect me to transfer myself out to Hawaii in my condition. But you have to. Dad's in trouble. And you're his wife, right? It's like your job to come and help out your husband. I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a husband. What? I submitted our divorce papers to the county courthouse a little while ago. So Rick is no longer my husband, and you're no longer my daughter. You're just like any other random person out there to me. I'm not about to fly myself over to Hawaii with 2 broken legs to see some random man and his daughter in the hospital. Wait, Mom, what are you saying? You submitted divorce papers to the courthouse. Does that mean you divorced Dad? Are you serious? That's exactly what I'm saying, Bella. Your father and I are officially divorced. I took care of all the arrangements right after the 2 of you got on your flight to Hawaii. I told you, didn't I? I told you, don't expect to see me again when you come back. I can't believe this. How could you do this to us? You can't just go and divorce your husband whenever you feel like it. He has to consent to it. I'm a college student, Mom. I understand that much. I'm very aware of that too, Bella. And it just so happens that your father signed the divorce papers I submitted, so they're completely valid. I already had his consent. Huh? But I don't get it. Why would Dad sign those? He handed me these himself a while back, actually. We had just gotten into a fight over him not giving me enough money to pay for living expenses. He got so mad that he went and got those divorce papers put together and even signed them. He was trying to force me into compliance by threatening to leave me. He did? He had me dead to rights. I was a housewife at the time. I didn't have the kind of money I'd need to fight a drawn-out divorce battle with him, so I had no choice but to do what he said. But I never threw those papers away. I kept them. And now that the timing seemed right, I used them. Okay, I guess that much is fair. But seriously, it's still really messed up what you're doing, Mom. You waited until your husband was in a super bad car accident to divorce him? What is wrong with you? No, that accident had nothing to do with it. I submitted them 1 week ago today. I made a special request to the hospital and they let me check myself out for just 1 day, which I used to go to the courthouse. So, you're really not gonna come over here? Don't you care that Dad's in a coma? Nope, he's not my husband anymore. Why should I care? You certainly have my sympathy for being in such a terrible accident, but he's not my problem anymore. He's yours. But I can't handle all of this. It's too much. I need you to help me, and you're gonna do it one way or another. I'll just have to convince the hospital to send Dad to where you are. What? You're at the hospital closest to our house, right? I know where that is, and I'm gonna have Dad transferred there right away. I hate to break it to you, Bella, but I've already been transferred to a different hospital. You what? Your father and I were divorced, so I was free to go wherever I pleased. I had no intentions of ever going back to live with the two of you, so I transferred myself to a hospital close to my parents. I've got plenty of family and friends out here to take care of me. You are so selfish. Can't you think of anybody but yourself? Tell me what hospital you're at right now. I mean it. I'm gonna send Dad over there as soon as possible. Did you really think I was going to tell you? Sorry, Bella, but you're gonna have to take care of your father by yourself. Mom, please. You were already gonna spend the month over there anyway, right? Your classes are on summer break, so you shouldn't have any problem taking care of him at all. After all, you're the only family he has left. But I can't do this alone. I'll never be able to take care of him by myself. I'm begging you, Mom, don't abandon us. Sorry, gotta go. It's time for my physical therapy. Goodbye, Bella. Good luck.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Shelley. How dare you divorce me? You dumb, selfish broad, what's wrong with you?
Ah, I see you're awake and just as pleasant as ever. Welcome back to the world of the living. Did you have a nice nap?
Oh, shut up. I don't have time for your immature jokes right now. You didn't even show 1 ounce of concern when you heard that your husband was in a coma. You're a terrible person and an even worse wife.
I don't want to hear that from someone who up and flew off to Hawaii while his wife was in the hospital. I'd say all I did was give you a taste of your own medicine.
Shut up. I was right about you. You're just a spoiled brat, divorcing me while I was in a coma. But I can be the bigger person here. I'll forgive you for acting the way you did. Once I get back over there, we can just get remarried.
Excuse me?
I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but on one condition. You need to do some work for me. You might have broken your legs, but your arms still work fine, right? You can use a computer with no problem.
Hold it right there. You want me to do your job for you?
I'd say it's a pretty good bargain for you. You know you need me. Without my money, what are you gonna do to get by? I took this month off in advance, but I told my company that it was family leave to take care of you in the hospital. So I can't let them find out that I'm in a hospital in Hawaii.
Oh, no.
It's the worst possible timing, too. There's a big problem going on at my company right now. They told me that they'll let me work from home, but there's some stuff they need me to do while I'm off. Obviously, I'm in no condition to be doing it myself right now. I'm at my limits just sending you these text messages. My vision is still foggy and the room constantly feels like it's spinning around me.
Rick, tell me you're joking. You lied to your company, took family leave in order to take care of me, and then flew off to Hawaii without telling them?
That's none of your concern. Just do what you're told and keep your mouth shut. Got it? I'm going to send you some documents my company sent me. You need to take those and follow the instructions that should be written at the top of the first page. It's not like you got anything better to do, right? Remember, all you gotta do is a little bit of work and I'll wipe the slate clean. I'll let you be my housewife again.
I neither need nor want your forgiveness. And besides, your company already knows that you lied to them.
What? What do you mean my company knows? There's no way they'd know about this. I never told them anything.
You are way too late to try and cover your tracks. The car rental company sent the invoice for your car to your office. They know everything, Rick. They know you lied about why you were taking time off. They know you're in Hawaii. They know you rented a fancy car and have been living it up all while on the clock.
No! But how?
The car rental company contacted me a little while ago. They said they wanted to discuss the cost of the repairs for the car you wrecked. Apparently, Bella told them to talk to me about it because she couldn't handle it, so since we were already divorced at that time, I explained the situation. I told them that if they wanted to recover the cost of the repair, the best thing for them to do would be to send the bill to your office.
You idiot! What were you thinking? Why did you tell them to bill my company?
What else was I supposed to do? They said they wanted to get the money for the repairs as soon as possible. They're a business. And with that car out of commission, they couldn't rent it to anyone else.
And so what? That's no reason to blab about it to my company. There were a million other ways to take care of this without telling them. You could have given them my credit card number, bank account, anything. You could have just written them a check.
Sure, I knew your credit card and bank account numbers, but it just didn't feel right disclosing the personal information of one third party to another third party without their consent. I thought the best thing would be for your company to take the cost of repairs out of your salary in installments.
This can't be happening. It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. I thought I'd get away with it for sure. So you're serious? My company knows about everything?
I am dead serious, Rick. So you should give up any hope of being able to cover up what you did. Like I said, they know about your vacation, they know about the car, they know about your accident. So it wouldn't do any good to have me do your work for you. It's already over for you.
No way!
And with that, it's time for us to say our final goodbyes. I hope you have a swift recovery, Rick. Oh, and try to enjoy the view of the lovely scenery out of your window because you're not going to be able to go and see it in person anymore. Like I told Rick, his company already knew about what Rick was really doing during his family leave. And once HR got wind of it, they immediately rescinded his leave approval. Since he'd already taken time off, though, they docked him days of paid leave to make up for it. Obviously, he didn't have enough days of paid leave to cover the whole time he'd been AWOL, so any additional days were docked from his pay. Since he wasn't going to be making any money until he got out of the hospital, he naturally wanted to be discharged as soon as possible. The hospital, however, told him that he'd need to stay there for at least a month before it was safe for him to fly. Before too long, word spread around his company that he had abandoned his hospitalized wife and gone on vacation without her. That obviously had a rather marked negative impact on his reputation around the office. I don't think he had many friends around there before, but now he definitely is no Mr. Popular. I doubt he's going to be in for a very good time once he finally walks back into the office in a month or so. Come to think of it, he probably shouldn't bet the farm on even having a job there for too much longer. As for Bella, she wasn't able to do any shopping or sightseeing for the rest of her vacation. She was stuck waiting on her dad in the hospital the whole time. While the two of them were enjoying their less-than-ideal Hawaiian vacation, I was hard at work. I contacted an old friend of mine who ran a moving company and had him get all my personal belongings out of my old house. Also, I had another old friend of mine who's a lawyer take care of the property division. Finally, I had yet another friend of mine who works in real estate find me a cheap apartment to live in once I got out of the hospital. It won't be long before my legs will be fully healed, and then I'll finally be able to enjoy my new, single, child-free lifestyle. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Maple, what the heck is wrong with you? Come over here right now and open the door to this living room. Why is there some kind of stick blocking me from getting in?
I'm going to keep that door blocked off for the time being until I get my things together.
Huh? I'm not playing around right now, Maple. My things are over in that room as well. All of his things are there as well.
That's true. Yours and his clothes are all over here in this closet. But I'm not going to be able to move out of here by the end of the day or tomorrow. So you'll have to give me around a week to get all of my things together, while I have a lot of them sent out to my new place. You'll just have to wait.
I don't care about all of that, so open the door to the living room right now.
Why do you think you have the right to constantly command me to do things for you like that? This is my house, and I am the one in charge of what I do here. So, how about you shut it and let me take my time?
But I want to go to the bathroom.
Well, just hold it in then. You're the one that came into my house thinking that you could just have that relationship with my boyfriend all the time.
It's your fault for letting him find and start taking me in.
I see. I guess there really are such people with the nerves like you. At least I'm aware of that now.
He threw you away because you were doing nothing at all with him. And even after you're gone, him and I will continue to be a thing, never even worrying about what's happened to you. So how about you get out of our way so we can have this house to ourselves?
And in order to get out of your guys' way, I need to get all of my things together and sent out of here.
You really are such a nuisance, Maple. That is what makes you unattractive, and that's why you've been thrown away.
I'm sure you'd never be able to understand this, Carla, but the fact that you've been coming into my house to have affairs with my boyfriend makes you more of a nuisance than me. By the way, how long has it been now since you started to go out with my boyfriend?
It was about a year ago when you introduced me to him, right?
That was back when you wanted to have a double date with us, right?
And on that day, I fell head over heels for him.
Head over heels?
Because he turned out to be just my type.
And?
Back when we were planning the double date, you put us all into a group chat, right? Well, I started to text him directly from there. And half a year later, him and I started dating. And when I say dating, I mean things have been very serious between us. You never even noticed a thing what was going on, which made it all more easy for us.
Carla, I know I shouldn't be asking this right now, but you made sure to break up with Chris before going out with my boyfriend, right?
I was planning on breaking up with him back then, but we never really had any chances to see one another then, and time just slipped away from me.
But weren't you telling me that the other day that you and him went on a small vacation with one another? You even posted pictures of the both of you online, right?
The only reason I went on that trip with him is because we had made plans to celebrate our anniversary with one another. I didn't want to say no to him, and so I had no choice but to go with him.
What the hell? You do understand that to get a reservation at that place like that, it takes a lot of patience, right?
I feel bad for the guy, putting in all that effort for a woman who doesn't even care about him anymore.
I feel bad for the fact that he put in all that work for a child who doesn't love him anymore, yet she went on that trip anyway.
He seemed so happy to have me along with him, so what's the problem with that? Normally, he would never take me out anywhere. Instead, just sitting at home all the time making those comic books that never sell.
Come on now, Carla.
You're the same way, right? Always focusing on work all the time, to the point you and him haven't even been able to go out for months now. That's what he told me.
Which is kind of strange, considering he was telling me how much he supported my work.
If anything, you and Chris are kind of meant for one another, right? Your boyfriend and I are both working for average companies bringing in good money. However, you and Chris both work useless kind of jobs where you just sit at home all day. What was it? You make cartoons or something for a living? Look at that. You both are pretty much in the same industry.
But the way you and Jake have gone about this is all messed up. If you both have been into one another that much and lost feelings for me and Chris, then why didn't you break up with us before dating? Nobody ever ends up happy when people just start cheating, and it just goes and ruin it all of the relationship that had been built.
But this way gave Jake and I more of a thrill over breaking up with you guys.
A thrill?
I'd always wanted to try having a secret relationship with someone, having the fear of someone finding out always in my mind while making love.
So you went and did that at the cost of Chris and my happiness?
This had nothing to do with you being happy or not. Jake and I had tons of fun going out behind the two of your backs, and that's what made us happy.
I see. Well then, you can enjoy the rest of your time in the living room for today. Once I have most of my things packed up and are ready to be sent, I'll open that door for you.
I told you to let me out of here. Hey, Maple!
Are you freaking kidding me, Maple? You open the damn living room door right now.
So, that's the first thing you're going to say to me after I found out that you've been cheating on me in my house? Whatever happened to people apologizing first?
Why do I have to apologize to you? No matter who is looking at this situation, they all know that you have to be the one apologizing for this.
I'm not sure why I should have to do that. I'm the one that has been renting this place, and in my bedroom, my best friend and my boyfriend have been having sex. So, seeing as that was all not my fault, why should I have to be apologizing to you?
You might be my girlfriend, but so is Carla.
Don't even try using that as your reason for letting her into my place and having sex with her on my bed. That is called you both having an affair, and I will not let you get away with something like that.
Well, you were never in your own home that often, so it was going to waste, having nobody using it.
Have you lost the concept of someone else's things is? It sounds right now like you think your things are yours, while my things are also yours.
You gave me a duplicate key to your place and said I was free to do as I pleased.
Seriously, Jake? So what you're saying is that now is that you don't have any ethical understanding? Well, if that's the case then, there is no reason for me to try talking with you anymore. Now, you just shut the hell up and sit quietly in the living room. Once I have all my things together, I'll let you two out of there.
You're getting your things together?
I just had someone I thought was my best friend making love with someone I thought was my boyfriend in my house. I don't want to live in a place like this anymore, now that it's been tainted. That's why I'm moving out into a new place I found. I was thinking for a little while now about selling a lot my furniture and such anyway. So this is the perfect timing for that actually. And anything that doesn't sell this week will be tossed out. Make sure you hand that duplicate key back to me. I've already called the owner of this apartment complex and told them this is my last month living here.
Huh? Don't start doing things like that without telling me first. This place is so close to my office building and I was able to stay here for free. And anytime I had to stay late for work, I was able to come right here and crash instead of going all the way back to my place.
Wait, I just found out that you've been cheating on me and you think I'd still want to think about how you feel?
I'm not asking for you to continue dating me or anything like that. I chose to be with Carla and had plans to break up with you soon.
So you're going to break up with me but still expect to use my place to sleep and crap? I have no idea how you were able to think something like that up. Honestly, I have no idea how you thought it was a good idea to cheat on me in the first place, but now you're just showing me new lows.
You know both myself and Carla already, so why do you care so much about us going out behind your back?
This isn't about me knowing about the two of you. I can't handle this right now. I'm going to be leaving this place and you guys will be no longer able to use it. When I let you both out of here, you leave the key on my counter and go away. I have to get all of my things ready to be either sold or moved to my new place. So that key better be there so that the company doesn't force me to pay extra.
Alright, I'll leave it here for you. But man, the fact that you're always so strict about everything is why you're not that attractive. This is why you're getting tossed aside now.
Well, I'm so sorry that I'm not your type.
I plan on living with Carla now anyways, and I'm thinking about marriage too.
Marriage? Are you serious?
The fact that you're being thrown out by me and are even questioning the fact that the two of us could be getting married is so pathetic. and hurry up with opening up the damn door.
Alright, I was planning on taking the week to get all my things together and sent out, but I guess I'll have to get it done today. And then I'll be out of your guys' faces.
Maple, I think it should be arriving at your place soon. I made sure to put the tracking on that thing for you so I'd be able to watch and make sure it got all the way to your place.
Could this be about your wedding invitation that just arrived in my mailbox?
So you did get it. It's really cute, right? I made sure it was one of the cutest cards you'd ever seen by putting all those stickers on it. It's so freaking cute, right?
Not at all.
Huh? What did you say?
These stickers are cute, I'll give you that. But there are so many of them crowding this whole card that it looks ugly now. And you place them on like a preschooler, leaving air bubbles under some of them and wrinkles on the others. How about you pay attention next time when placing them?
Just because no one will ever marry you, don't get all jealous over my wedding.
I'm actually pretty happy that I didn't have to end up marrying a man that thought it was perfectly okay to cheat on me with my best friend. So there's no jealousy here.
Well, that's because he knows that I'm his destined soulmate and would never sacrifice his faith with you. So don't worry about us.
That confidence you have there is amazing. So, why did you end up sending me this invitation? Also, what made you work up the confidence to get back in touch with me like this again?
I was thinking that I'd like you to have come and join my wedding as well, and that's why I sent you that cute little invitation.
And you sent it to my parents' house?
Well, you did move away, right?
Because I didn't want to keep living in the same house my ex cheated on me in.
And because you moved, I didn't know what your new address was. Look, our parents are still pretty close to one another, right? So my family knows where your parents are living. So I decided it would be best to send the invitation there.
Does any of your family know about how you cheated Chris and took my ex?
You think I'd ever tell them about that? Jake and I were able to find one another with the help of our best buddies. That's not a lie, right?
I suppose that's not a lie.
Maple, do you remember that very old promise we made to one another?
Promise?
We promised one another that when we got married, we'd give a speech at one another's wedding.
Was that a promise we made back in middle school or something? Back when we were young and naive?
And since I'm getting married now, I'd like you to give that speech at my wedding. I'm sure it will be pretty tough for you to do since this is the wedding of your ex and best friend, right? But you promised that you'd come and give that speech, right?
Sure, I'll come then.
Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to what gift you'll give me. I'm going to be having a very high-end and gorgeous wedding this time, so I'd like to make sure that I get enough gifts and money from everyone that I won't be having to pay a dime for a wedding.
I'll make sure to think of something to give you. Please, look forward to it.
This is going to be such a great wedding for my best friend to see. Make sure you come wearing only your finest clothing and jewelry. You'll be giving the speech after all, so you have to look nice. Maple, thank you for coming to my wedding today. My mom just told me that you made it through the front door.
Congrats on getting this wedding together. Now, could you tell me where my seat is? I went and had a look at the guest list, and my name wasn't on there, so I had to ask one of the staff members here. They got all red in the face and ran off somewhere before giving me any answer.
I think the person you were asking is in the changing room with me right now. I told her that I'd never invited someone like you to my wedding, so I asked that she be pleased to have you escorted out of this building for me.
No, I actually brought the invitation with me today, so don't expect the staff to fall for that.
And to think you'd actually come here today? I can't believe it.
You were the one that invited me, right?
No way, I'm scared. Who did you end up stealing that invitation from? I never invited you to my wedding today, Maple.
What the hell is this about?
Maple, you went and locked us in the living room all day back when you found Jake and I, right? Do you have any idea how long I had to hold that pee in for?
Are you really bringing up the time I found you under my boyfriend in my own bedroom and then walked you both into the living room so that I could pack all my things up?
And ever since that day, I've been waiting for the perfect chance to get right back at you. That's why I went and invited you to a wedding that does not have a seat for you. And now I'm going to make you so embarrassed that you'll regret ever messing with me. You weren't even invited to this wedding, yet you came here all dressed up for the occasion. I cannot believe you, Maple.
What about that speech?
You and I both know I asked someone else to give the speech today. I was never going to let you give the speech on the off chance you start going on about some unnecessary things.
Well then, I'm out of here.
Please. But make sure to leave me my gift, please.
Sure thing. I'll make sure to give one of the staff members the gift.
Thank you so much, Maple. Thank you so much for thinking about me and coming all the way out here.
No problem. Actually, I was never going to stay very long today, only planning on giving you your gift before turning right around and heading home. Now, you have a wonderful wedding day.
Hey, Maple. What is this? Come back to my wedding right now.
Oh, did you enjoy your wedding gift? I'm sure that animation I made up for your wedding was a real treat, right? With you and Jake both going at it in my old home?
What? So that was really about us then?
I never mentioned that it was specifically about you two in that animation, right? Even the two in that video were calling one another different names. What were they again? KK and JJ?
That was definitely about us then, wasn't it? And the characters in that cartoon looked just like Jake and I. What the hell was this for?
You were aware that I'm an animator, right? So I thought that it would be a good present for your wedding.
Are you freaking brain dead? How the hell is this anything close to a present? That whole video played out showing Jake and I having sex in your home.
Well, did you enjoy it? I tried my best to not only make it realistic to what happened, but with a touch of comedy added in.
But you added in all the worst parts from that day, like Jake and I making love, and then the two of us being locked in your living room for hours. All of our family, they didn't even bother to stick around for the whole thing, and our friends all began to either laugh or show expressions of disapproval on their faces. And why were some of the kids talking about recognizing the art style?
Because the illustrations and such are very familiar to a very famous comic book artist work. Actually, they are the exact same. They were very busy with a lot of things, but made sure to help me out in getting all the illustrations done before today.
What illustrator are you talking about?
They have been making stuff for a while now, and for people like you and I to read, as well for kids. So having them add their special touch to my animation really helped me out.
What the hell is going on here? What kind of famous comic book illustrator did you find?
Are you serious? You should be able to tell just by the high quality art style and everything. They have been making insanely famous comics for a while now, and have even gone overseas to get awards and stuff for their work.
They've been overseas getting awards and things like that as well?
Actually, I'm talking about myself there. Have you been not watching the news at all? I recently went to a couple of ceremonies overseas to receive awards for all kinds of my cartoons and comics. And next up, I'll be making a short-length movie about one of my more popular series.
Hold on a second. You're lying, right?
Back when I was last talking to you, I was very busy getting all kinds of things done, and that made it hard for me to ever go out with Jake. But I made sure to explain him just how important a lot of my work was, and that the awards I could get would be a huge one for me. However, that didn't seem to mean anything to him, right?
You're not lying. I just went onto Google and there you are, in all kinds of news articles. You got an award of over $1 million?
It is all going towards my next few works.
How the hell? How could a shut-in like you be making $1 million?
And I'm just getting started too. I still have plenty to learn about the industry, and I'm not quite happy about the quality I'm producing. Luckily, small fish, as long as they keep on eating, will grow bigger and bigger. And thankfully for the both of us, you went and threw away someone who was growing right alongside me.
What? What are you talking about?
Wait, what? Do you seriously not remember any of the comics your ex-boyfriend was working on? Wait, did you not even give any of his works a chance back when you were both a thing?
My ex-boyfriend? No way. You're talking about Chris?
Before you stopped loving Chris and cheated on him, he was getting his career as a comic book artist rolling.
Don't tell me I threw away a man with a whole lot of potential.
Right after you let him go, he went and was hired by a large animation company and started to spread his wings. And that then put him in a position much like my own. Except he was focusing on selling things like goods related to his works, bringing in huge amounts of money every month.
No way.
So that video I made for you, with the help of Chris, is very good quality and should be considered a very pricey gift, that cartoon.
Why the hell would you show this in front of everyone though?
But I made that as a gift for you that you asked me to make. So I put a lot of effort into that cartoon with Chris's help. All while him and I were busy with so many other things that are far more important than your wedding. So please respect our work. Now, congratulations on your marriage.
Maple, I really messed up. In the past, I was always supporting you and your cartoons, right? So let's get back together, alright? I think you're going to become a whole lot more busy now, so you'll need someone around to support you even more, right?
I have staff who work for me and support my work, and at the moment, I'm not looking to date anyone, so it's going to be a no for me. Also, didn't you just get married to Carla?
That wedding was a massive failure.
Why's that?
It's not that we didn't get as much money from people to help pay for it. But after everyone started to leave the wedding, our parents told us to give all of our gifts back to the guests.
I got a call from your mom, actually. She called to apologize to me.
All of them said they didn't know that this marriage was born from cheating. Both my parents are pissed off with me.
Now that I think about it, your dad was also a very strict man, right? That's what I'd expect from a school principal.
And originally, I was getting money from both of them, but now they're telling me to pay for my own wedding. I tried to pull all the money I have together, but there is no way that I can pay for everything without going into debt if I don't get any help right now.
That's a real letdown, Jake.
That's why I'm going to leave that bitch, and then I'll come and get on my hands and knees and beg. So please, Maple, allow me to come back to your side again. I want things to go back the way they were between you and I. You got a whole lot of awards, right? For all of your works, and you were awarded $1 million for one of them. You'll need someone to help you manage all that money, right?
And you think I'd ever let a man who brought another woman into his girlfriend's house so that the two of them could make love in her bed manage my money? Are you really going to try pulling off that stunt in my place again? You were the one saying that all of my things were your things back then and never respected the fact that you and I were only dating. And after I left that place to move into my new house, you went and did what to some of my appliances? Oh, that's right, you stole them from me. Things like my blender and microwave.
Those things, Carla told me that she wanted them, and we're getting a new place as well.
I happen to be a very expressive woman and will use anything and everything to portray how I feel.
And that's why you made that cartoon. Because of that, you've gone and made both my parents and Carla's parents disown us. All of our friends won't even come around us anymore. And the rest of our family members, they won't even reply to us anymore. And we got nothing from that wedding.
That's what you fucking get. From here on out, I'm going to be only more busy with my work. So I'm glad you and I are history now. Wait, don't tell me that you only want to be back together with me again to travel the globe. Use your own money to do all of that.
I don't have any freaking money.
Ah, sorry about that. I totally forgot you wasted it on someone as trashy as Carla. Well, I'm heading back to Europe now for a bit, so I'm going to have to put my phone on airplane mode.
You're going back to Europe?
There's another film and animation festival I'm taking part in. I was nominated for an award there, so I have to show my face. I was even told that there was a cash reward for me as well.
You're kidding me.
Goodbye forever now, Jake. Ah, I've already gone ahead and blocked Carla, so I'm going to do the same thing to your number.
Wait, Maple. Wait a second.
Have the most enjoyable rest of your life with Carla for me, please. This is all stuff that I've heard from Carla's ex, Chris. Right after their wedding, Jake and Carla stayed together with one another and worked together to pay all of the debt they got into. They were never able to come to an agreement on who would pay for the wedding fees, and so they thought it would be better to stay together and pay things off. But because of that, their newfound life together as a married couple is not all that fabulous. As for myself and Chris, the both of us are doing very well with our careers. We have become super close friends to one another and will contact each other at all the time about work while looking for pointers.
Tim, where are you right now? We were supposed to go on our day trip today, remember? We've been planning this day-long hike through the woods for weeks now. But I just woke up and was about to start getting our stuff ready, and when I looked next to me, I saw you weren't there.
Oh, sorry, babe, my bad. My little sister Sarah called me up in the middle of the night last night. So I hopped in the car and drove over to my parents' house. That's where I am now.
I don't believe this. She called you out to your parents' house in the middle of the night again?
Yeah, and man, am I sleepy because of it. I'm gonna go back to sleep here. So yeah, sorry, but we're gonna have to cancel our hike today. We can go another time.
Tim, you know how much I've been looking forward to the hike. I understand that Sarah called you, but couldn't you just tell her no for once?
Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to turn down an invitation from the cutest little sister in the whole wide world? She's always had a thing for me, you know. I'm her big brother and all, and she just feels more safe and secure whenever I'm around. And you know, for me, it feels really good to have someone that loves you and depends on you like this.
But Tim, every time she does this, it's always something incredibly trivial. Just a few weeks ago, she called you in the evening and she said that she'd been having trouble sleeping and wanted you to come and sit by her bed while she sleeps. That was our anniversary night. We had reservations to go out to a nice dinner together, and you canceled on me the last minute.
But this time, it actually was really, really important, so hear me out, okay? My sweet little Sarah is gonna be a college student. She needed to take out a loan to pay for her tuition and books and stuff and wanted me to co-sign the loan.
Wait a minute. Sarah's going to college now? So she's going to be taking night classes or something while she keeps doing her regular day job?
Nope, she's already quit. She's going to be a full-time student. I guess she never really felt very good about skipping college and getting a job straight out of high school. So she's been staying with my mom and dad for the past year to study for the entrance exam. And all that hard work and dedication paid off. She passed with flying colors and got accepted into one of the best private universities in the area.
Wow. Well, I'm very happy for her.
Isn't she incredible? I always knew she'd grow up to make something of herself, ever since she was a little girl.
Yeah, and again, it sounds like she's doing very well for herself, but we need to talk about this co-signing thing. That means that you're going to have to make the payments for her if she can't do it for some reason, right? I think this is something that the two of us should talk about together before making any big decisions.
Huh? I don't get it. What is there for us to talk about? I already told her I'd do it. It's a done deal. What do you think she called me out to my parents' house for? I was up all night signing all the necessary forms.
You what?
My parents are on a fixed income, so they won't be able to help her out very much. Plus, Sarah quit her job a full year ago and hasn't made any money since, so her savings are basically all gone. So it's up to me, as her capable and dependable big brother, to step in and help her out.
Tim, why did you make such an important decision without my input? We're going to build a house together, aren't we? We'll need to submit information about our credit to the bank to get a loan of approval soon. What are you going to do if the bank declines us for a loan because of this?
What's the problem? I don't see why that should make such a big difference. All I did was sign some goofy contract. It's not like I'm the one who's borrowing the money. Besides, Sarah says she's going to be sure to pay it all off and make all the payments right on time.
Okay, I'm glad she seems sure of herself, and I don't doubt she's sincere, but it's still concerning. You should have come and talked to me first, Tim.
Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I need to tell you. Sarah's gonna need some money for expenses, so we're gonna be giving her a little allowance of $300 a month. I'll give you Sarah's account information, so the next time you go to the bank, can you set up an automatic withdrawal for her every month?
$300 a month? Why do we need to send her so much?
Sure, she may have passed the test, but there's still a lot she'll need to pay for. Plus, classes aren't going to start for a couple months yet. She worked so hard this last year, I think she deserves to have a couple months of fun before school starts, don't you? It'll be a good motivation for her to study hard come the fall, too.
Is that it? If she wants some extra spending money, why doesn't she just get a part-time job? She quit her old job, she's done with the entrance exams, all she has to do is wait for classes to start. She has more than enough free time in the day to work for a few hours here and there.
Hey now, she's been grinding away studying for this test for a whole year, and she's finally done with it all. She's absolutely exhausted mentally and physically. She's been under a ton of pressure for so long. And you're gonna sit there and tell her that she needs to get a job now? How could you be so cruel?
But Tim, if we're sending her this money out of our monthly paychecks, that means this is going to be a burden on the both of us. I understand that you want to help out your little sister, but these decisions don't just impact you, they impact me too. I deserve to have my opinion put into consideration.
All right, I've heard just about enough out of you, Andrea. I am your husband, and as your husband, I'm ordering you to send my little sister $300 every month. Period. End of discussion. If you saw the look in Sarah's big, beautiful eyes when she asked me for some spending money, then maybe you'd understand how important this is to her and to me. My little sister needs our help, and we are going to be there for her.
Tim, you're being unfair.
And now I'm going to bed. I expect you to have the first payment of $300 sent to her account by the end of the day.
Like, wow. Your guys' new house is so totally super awesome. And to think I'm gonna be living in this sweet house for free? This is the best! I am so glad that we're gonna be roomies now, Andrea. Hold on. What do you mean we're gonna be roomies? Did you stop by the house today to see it now that it's finished? Well, I guess this is your first time, huh? I didn't come by just to see the house, silly. I came here to move my stuff in. But since you and my brother are working today, there wasn't going to be anyone here to open the door for me. So Tim had a copy of the key made for me. I let myself in. I didn't think you'd mind, seeing as now I'm going to live here too. You're moving in with us? Now, you just wait 1 minute, Sarah. When did all of this get decided? I don't remember ever talking to Tim about you moving in with us. Oh, really? Tim never told you? Oh, that's weird. But, well, that's it. I'm going to move in with you two starting today. Oh, for the love of... I can't believe Tim went and made another huge decision without me. How many times do I have to tell him that he needs to at least run this sort of thing by me before deciding anything? Well, we've been talking about it for a while now. I thought you knew. Okay, so, Tim told me that you guys were going to buy a new house, right? Well, it sounded like it was going to be so sweet that I asked him if I could live with you guys too. And he said yes right away. He loves me so much. He's a great big brother. So yeah, that's why I'm here today. I'm moving all my stuff in. By the way, where do you guys keep your toilet paper? But Sarah, what are you going to do about your college classes? Your college campus is a full 2-hour drive away from here. Just how in the world are you going to get to school every day? Oh, yeah, about that. Well, I don't know. College seemed like it would be fun at first, but once I actually started taking my classes, it started to get kind of boring, so I dropped out. You dropped out? I can't believe this. Didn't you spend a whole year studying for this? You quit your job? Are you really going to let all that hard work go to waste? Well, it's super duper boring, though. My classes are all really lame, and I haven't even made any friends yet. This is insane. I guess not too many people go back to college after getting their first job. There's no one else there who's my age. All the other girls in my class are 10 years younger than me. Have you ever tried being around a bunch of teenagers? It's the worst. So about 3 months in, I started skipping classes pretty regularly, and eventually I just stopped going altogether. How can you be so flippant about this? Anyway, it was around that time when Tim told me about the house you guys were building. So since I was bored with my life, I thought I'd spice things up a bit and try moving to a new town. Seriously though, can you believe I lasted 6 whole months before I quit school? I'm really proud of myself for putting up with it for that long. Once I get settled in here, I'll start looking for a job in town. I'm super exhausted from college though, so I'm probably gonna take a few months off to relax. Okay, Sarah, it's your life. You're an adult. You can make your own choices, regardless of how I or anyone else feels. If you want to quit college after 6 months and move to a completely different town, you're free to do so. However, this is our house, and I expect you to act accordingly, understand? Huh? I have no delusions about my husband. I know that there's nothing I could ever say to get him to change his mind about letting you live with us. So, I have no choice but to make the best of this situation. But again, if you're going to live in our house, then you're going to have to live by our rules. Furthermore, I expect you to make your fair contribution to our rent, living expenses, utilities, and that sort of thing. Oh my god, are you for real, Andrea? I'm your sister, Andrea, and you're gonna take money from me? Who do you think you are? My parents never made me pay them anything when I lived with them. Your parents are the ones who get to determine how to run their own house, just like we are the ones who decide what goes on here. This is our house, not your parents' house. And family or not, when you live in someone else's house, it's a simple common decency to pay that person for the privilege. Considering your situation, how about $500 a month, all inclusive? That's for food, rent, utilities. Sound fair? Are you out of your freaking mind? 500? That's insane. Seriously? It's a perfectly reasonable amount. That's far less than you would pay if you were renting an apartment for yourself, and that also includes food and utilities, so it is insane, in a way, insanely cheap. You do know that I just moved here, right? And that I haven't even gotten a job yet, right? And, I was a college student up until a few weeks ago. How can you expect me to start shelling out $500 right now? All right, I can be reasonable. How about this? I'll lower your rent to $200 a month, and in exchange, you're going to be doing the housework for us. Things like sweeping the floors, doing the laundry, cooking. It would be nice to have someone else to help me out, since Tom is usually too busy with work to do much housework. You have got to be kidding me. Housework? Me? I hate housework. This is your house. You do the housework. I'm not doing any cleaning or cooking. Or any of that other stupid stuff you want me to do, so don't even bother asking. Great. Just great. Come on, I'm coming to the two of you for help, and you're trying to use that to get me to be your maid? What is wrong with you? Seriously, yuck. You know what? I think I might just have to bring this up to my big brother. He's gonna get so mad at you for trying to use me like that.
Andrea, you've got some explaining to do. Sarah just texted me and told me all about what happened, and I am furious. You tried to force my dear, sweet, adorable little sister to be our maid? What's your problem, Andrea?
Calm down, Tim. That's not what happened at all. All I did was tell her that if she's going to live with us, then she needs to pull her own weight. That means paying her share of our living expenses, right? Food, electricity, and rent aren't free. So I asked her to pay some money each month toward these expenses. Then she countered back saying that she didn't want to pay that much. So I told her that if she wanted, I would let her do some of the housework in exchange for allowing her to stay for less money, that's all.
How dare you! Sarah is my little sister. She doesn't need to pay us any money, and she doesn't need to do any housework.
Tim, that's just not going to be an acceptable arrangement. This is our brand new house that we worked so hard to build. We didn't buy this house just to give Sarah free room and board.
This is my sweet, adorable, beautiful little sister we're talking about. I would sell this house in a heartbeat for her if I had to.
All right, Tim, that's it. I've had enough. I am very upset with you for making yet another big decision without talking to me.
Oh no, you're upset? Whatever am I gonna do?
I have put up with so much for so long. I even agreed to allow her to live with us if that's what you wanted. But I've reached my limit, Tim. I am not going to compromise anymore. I'm concerned, and rightfully so, that Sarah is going to use this as an opportunity to force her way into our lives and never leave. If she's going to live with us, then we need to set some clear ground rules from the get-go. If she's not going to pay her fair share toward our expenses, then I am putting my foot down and saying that she is not going to live with us.
You're gonna kick my own sister out onto the street? My darling, adorable, sweet, gentle, loving sister who just moved into a new city and needs the help of her dependable big brother? You're just gonna abandon her to the wolves to live on the streets with all the homeless people?
She might be your darling sister, but to me she's just the same as any other person. And just like any other person, if she wants to live in my house, then she's going to have to contribute, or else it's simply not going to work out. I have enough stress as it is without the stress of having to support a fully grown woman who refuses to work.
How could you be so cold to Sarah? And before that, how could you disobey a direct order from your husband, you bitch?
Tim! You have never spoken to me like that before.
Yeah, well, it's a lot less than I want to say to you after what you just said. Here's the bottom line, Andrea. Sarah is staying here with us for as long as she likes. She doesn't have to pay us any money, and she doesn't have to do any chores. She is free to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, however she wants, and that is final. The only thing I want you to do is shut your big fat mouth and do what I say. From now on, you're gonna do all the chores by yourself, and you're gonna wash Sarah's clothes for her, too.
This is unbelievable. First you accuse me of treating Sarah like a maid, and now you're making me into your maid.
Damn straight. Now shut up, put your phone down, and get to work like I told you to. My sister is living with us. End of story. You don't like it? Fine, then get the hell out of my house.
You want me to get out of the house so you can make out with your precious little sister? To hell with that. You get out.
Huh?
I am done taking crap from you, Tim. I have been a damn good wife to you all these years, and how the hell do you repay me for that? By letting your little sister take over the house and calling me a bitch to boot? If you love your sister so much, then get the hell out of this house and take her with you. Go and rent your own goddamn apartment, you creepy-ass weirdo.
Andrea, is that you? You're kind of freaking me out here. You've never stood up to me like this before.
Shut the hell up, Tim. I am sick of you and your disgusting sister fetish routine. The way you sit together and hold hands, it makes me want to puke my guts out.
What? Sister fetish?
You want me to listen to what my husband tells me, huh? You want me to be a good little girl, shut up and do what you say? Well, screw you! You do what I say now. I've done more than enough for you up until now.
Hey, Andrea, you're starting to really scare me now. Can we take a minute and calm down, please?
This is as calm as I can be right now, you moron. I tried being polite, I tried being nice, but nothing got through your thick skull. So all bets are off now. I am finally giving you a piece of my mind. You've had this coming for a long, long time.
Look, hey, it's been a long day. How about we come back to this tomorrow, huh?
You know, it's really not just the fact that you have a massive crush on your sister. I knew that was the way you were since before we got married. That's all baked into the cake by now. But it seems like every day, every frickin' day, it's gotten worse. You're starting to treat your sister more and more like your wife. Is that what you wanted from me, Tim? Did you want me to be a sister for you? Would that make you more attracted to me? Maybe if I dressed like her and styled my hair like her, you'd stop canceling our dates at the last second to go and be with her.
Hey, there's good reason for that. Let me explain.
And the cherry on top was you inviting her to live with us without asking me. I bent over so damn far, my head is permanently wedged between my ankles. And I'm not bending anymore. Get your crap and her crap packed up and get both of your asses the hell out of my house tonight.
Hey, what's gotten into you? You can't kick me out. Sarah's one thing, but I'm the man of the house, aren't I?
You, the man of the house? I'm the man of the house. Both the loan and the title are in my name.
What?
Oh my God, did you forget about that? You dumbass, you're the one who insisted on that arrangement. Remember? Because you just had to co-sign your sister's loan. You didn't want to add any more debt to your name.
Oh, yeah.
You got so scared to sign up for a $300,000 loan. You pathetic coward, you didn't have any problem taking on Sarah's loan. So I had no choice. Either put the loan in my name or have no house. The house, the loan, even the land it was built on are all in my name. So no, you're not the man of the house. You're barely a man at all.
Oh no, I totally forgot.
But now, I'm honestly kind of glad it happened that way. Now I have every right to tell you and your sister to get the hell out of my house. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be on the hook for Sarah's loan after all. Lucky for you, now you get another chance to step up and be a good sugar daddy.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What's that about Sarah's loan?
Aw, didn't she tell you about that while whispering sweet nothings into your ear last night? Maybe she was planning to tell you tonight during your little sibling celebration. Well, nothing would give me more joy than to be the bearer of bad news to you, so here it is. She defaulted on the loan you co-signed on, and now you are gonna have to pay it off for her.
Seriously?
Oh, I'm dead serious. She dropped out of college. She told you that, didn't she? When I heard that, I was curious what was going to happen with her loan. So I decided to give a little call to the bank, and do you know what they told me? They told me that she was 5 months late on her payments.
She is?
You should have read the fine print. The moment you drop out, the repayment starts. And your precious little Sarah hasn't made one single payment. They've tried contacting her, but she ignores their calls and emails.
So that means that they're gonna come after me next, doesn't it?
Yeah? What the hell did you think being a co-signer meant?
No way, I can't do that. I mean, do you have any idea how much tuition for the school she got into is? She borrowed the full cost for a year of tuition. It was over $50,000.
And when that debt causes your life to come crashing down around you, I don't want to be anywhere near you. So, get out. Now. Both of you are banned from my house for life. Hey, what did you tell my big brother? He just texted me and told me I can't live with you guys anymore. He said that I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to live. What did I tell him? Nothing much. We had a pleasant little chat about the weather, sports, and the fact that you're not making your loan payments. What? You sure didn't waste any time after dropping out to totally ghost the place you borrowed that money from. Didn't they tell you you had to start paying once you dropped out? I imagine they did. And yet, you haven't even made a single payment. Yikes, girl. No way. Why do you know all that? How'd you find out? Oh, I have my ways. I wish I could have seen the look on Tim's face when I told him all about it. Once he realized that now he was going to be on the hook for paying back your loan, I bet he turned pale as a ghost. He said there's no way he was going to be able to pay it for you. Oh no, he can't pay it for me, but why not? I thought I could count on him. Well, Sarah, he might have the biggest sister complex I've seen in my entire life, but that doesn't make him your personal ATM machine. A guy can only have so much money, you see. You mean Tim's kicking me out of the house just to avoid having to pay off my loan for me? Is he just gonna abandon me? But I don't have a job yet, and I don't have anywhere else to live. What am I supposed to do now? You'll have to work that out with your brother, Sarah. Whatever the two of you do from here on out, it has absolutely nothing to do with me.
Okay, I just texted Sarah and told her she can't stay with us, so you don't need to divorce me anymore. I'm so sorry for being a selfish jerk to you. I never appreciated you enough. I realize that now. So what do you say, Andrea? Will you reconsider divorcing me?
Nope. After all the times when I tried to talk to you and you refused to listen? Did you think you could fix this just by apologizing after the fact?
Come on, don't be like that. I mean, we just bought a house together. You don't want to live all alone, do you?
Actually, it sounds kind of nice. I think I might get a cat. Really, getting rid of you might be the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Andrea?
I never told you about this, considering you're allergic to cats. But I've wanted to have a cat for as long as I can remember. Once you move your stuff out, I'm going to a pet shop the very same day. So, no, I won't be lonely at all.
I can put up with a cat. I'll wear a mask in the house or something, so please let me live with you and the cat. I don't want to divorce you.
Then I guess you should have acted like it before it was too late. A good time to apologize might have been, let me think. Oh yeah, the time you left halfway through the first night of our honeymoon to go see your sister would have been a great time. But now, no, you're too late. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't love you anymore, and I never will again.
Andrea, please!
Don't be too sad, Tim. You still have the cutest little sister in the world, right? Sure, she might be a little impulsive and up to her eyeballs in debt, but she's still your adorable, sweet, beautiful, darling little sister. Maybe the two of you can find a foreign country where your brand of brotherly love is legal and live there. Tim was pretty stubborn about agreeing to the divorce, but once my lawyer got involved, he was much more reasonable. The second he finished writing his last signature, I grabbed the divorce papers and sped over to the courthouse to submit them. Right now, he and Sarah are living together in a small, rundown apartment. They're both working off Sarah's debt together. I was under the impression all she did was pay for a year's tuition, but it turns out she had multiple other expensive hobbies: gambling, designer brand clothing, nightclubs, you name it. All in all, her debt was up to around $80,000. As much as Tom fawns over his sister, seeing the bottom line on the invoice the bank sent them sent him into a furious rage. He screamed his head off at her for a solid 30 minutes until his voice went completely hoarse. It's such a shame. They were such a good couple. But money has a way of ruining relationships, it seems.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.